Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever and whenever you're watching us. Welcome to another episode of Conical Supremacy. And Manda, we got a good one for you all today. Hey, thanks a lot for showing up today. We really appreciate it. My co-host Doug Tornquist is right here. And what do you got to say, man?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your seat. This is going to be an incredible show because today we have a new brass band. They call themselves Blow.
Let's check them out right now.
1, 2, 1, 2. We are Blow. We're so happy to be here today. I think it's time that we get started playing some stuff. What do you think? You ready? Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Check that out. This is the new brass band called Blow. It was an idea by our tuba player back there, actually sousaphone player right now, Miss India Anderson, and we're going to be talking to her coming up here in a little bit. But I guess the first question is, come on, Doug, come closer.
Yep.
Yes, that way Quinn's not mad at us.
Hi, Quinn.
Yeah, we got Tech Sergeant Quinn with us today as well, and everything is moving along really well. Hey, so by the way, we always do this. How was your week this week?
The week was great. How was your week?
A little relaxing, maybe a little too. got some practicing in. Was working on some new stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. How about yourself?
Oh, I was busy. A lot of teaching and.
That's right. I started teaching college again this semester.
Oh, those are some lucky students.
Yeah, this week. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, continue.
And it was. I'm sure everyone already knows what day Wednesday was. Do you know what day Wednesday was?
No.
Wednesday was Star Trek Day.
Oh, that's right. It was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Now I remember because I was binging everything all day long. Anyway.
So right. Yeah. So to celebrate Star Trek Day, there was a little concert at the Skirt Ball. There, Jeff Russo put together an orchestra, and we played some stuff from the various versions of Star Trek, and then it was a celebration of all the Star Treks throughout time. It was a rather long day.
Yeah, but it was probably a lot of fun.
It was
good,
a lot of
some
fun.
good music there.
Yeah.
And working for Mr. Russo is always pleasant.
Indeed it is.
Yeah. Anything else this week?
Well, no, that was about it.
Yeah. Well, good for you. Nice. It's always good. So we wanted to do a show today. I've been playing in brass bands off and on for about the last 30 years. And one of my favorite groups was the Bayou Brass at Disneyland. And I was their first call sub for that band when I wasn't working with, with the Jambalaya band. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's a different kind of tuba playing altogether, I think. Where not only do you have to so-called swing stuff, but you have to be able to play it straight, and you have to be able to cop these grooves, and that tuba players don't normally have to cop.
It's just all the styles that you have in your head, and then you're pulling them out. That's what amazes me.
Yeah, and I think these days the younger crowd is actually a little bit better at it than, I have to dig in and, I got to go back and listen to like a Bruno Mars tune, because I don't listen to Bruno Mars. I didn't grow up with that stuff. You guys did, right? So so I got to look back, but I think the universal thing though is that the styles have stayed the same, and once you cop those, you pretty much can get out there and do what's needed. And I think a lot of it, and we talk about this a lot on the show, is about listening. And do yourself a favor, get out there, listen to some new stuff, keep listening. That's one thing COVID's been great for me. I don't think I've listened more. I've listened more in the last year and a half than I have probably in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And
we have time to dig in deep and really do some research and find some great stuff to listen to.
Well, hey, speaking of listening,
yes,
should we let him go on another tune?
Sure. What's next?
All right, what's next? Leave the Door Open. Here's a tune called "Leave the Door Open." Hit it.
One, two.
Well, that's a great example of this band and the writing behind it, and we're going to get into that for just 1 second. But Doug, let's come on a little closer. We were talking this morning, back and forth texting it rather, but today, September 12th, 1835, and I forgot this. We should have done this in the last bit, but today, September 12th, 1835, in Germany, the tuba got its first patent.
Yeah, the tuba was patented. So
and one thing I didn't know that Doug brought up to me is it's the only instrument in the orchestra, right?
that has a patent.
So what's up with that?
Well, it was invented by Mr. Wieprecht and Mr. Moritz in 1835. They wanted to make improvements on the Serpent for sure, and the Ophicleide, which was
Doublish for sure.
well better, but not yeah. And so he invented this tuba in F in 1835.
And if I remember right, it had 5 valves.
5 valves, and they were kind of. I was reading about a half step, a whole step,
Step.
a fourth. And then there was another longer whole step and a half step or something, which continues today with the Viennese system,
Right,
which
correct.
is hardly ever used anymore.
No,
Yeah.
because well, you know why?
I do know why. Yeah,
Why?
because it's too hard.
Well, it's hard, but it's also out of tune. I hate that. Well, hey, now that we got that out of the way, both Doug and I are really kind of jazzed about bringing up the next person, and we're going to talk to. So, hey, Tech Sergeant, can you throw that up right now? And so, as you saw from the little bump that we just showed you, we have the one and only Miss India Anderson with us, and Blow is a brainchild of hers, and India's also done the majority of the writing for it as well. Correct, India?
Yes, all of the arrangements, besides some originals we've done, are arranged by me.
That's very cool, man, and it kind of shows that you've got this style. India was one of Doug's students at USC, and she just recently, you did graduate, right?
I did, yes.
No, just saying it so.
I know.
Well, so there you go. There's a perfect example, a tuba player that actually graduated college.
Oh, man. Oh, yikes.
It's pretty awesome, let me tell you something, because there's a bunch that don't.
Oh, I guess so.
Anyway, one thing, actually Doug hit me to this, and then India hit me to it. We did a couple of Zoom lessons when you were off, and as did you, Doug, and everything. But one of the things that really impressed me about India is that she decided to take some of her favorite tunes and kind of use the tuba in a way that very few have done, and then sing on top of that. And we're going to throw up Going to California here in a second.
Right.
But Zeppelin, one of your faves?
Oh, yeah. Zeppelin is one of my faves.
Me
I think
too.
Bowie and Prince are my all-time.
Yeah, well, I
Top.
know. Prince, really.
Well, listen, I like to think of myself as my own style, so
Well,
you know.
it's totally cool, dude. So,
Yeah.
so anyway, let's take a listen to India's Going to California here, and then some more Blow. We good, Quinn? So here you go, man. Check this out.
Spent my days with a woman and guy, smoked my stuff and drank all the wine. Made up my mind to make a new start, going to California with an aching in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that they're all the same. The sea was red and the sky was gray. Wonder how tomorrow could ever follow today. Mountains in the canyon started to tremble and shake. The children of the sun began to awake. Watch out. Seems that the wrath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it started to flow. I think I might be sinking. Throw me a line if I reach it in time. Meet you up there where the path runs straight and high. To find a queen without a king, they say she plays guitar and cries and sings la 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 la. Ride a white mare in the footsteps of dawn, trying to find a woman who's never, never, never been born. Standing on a hill in a mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not as hard as it seems.
There's a lot of space on that too, which everybody's got to be cool. And way to go, Greg, back there, man. Way to keep it all together. So right now, I thought it would be interesting and kind of fun to introduce all the guys in the band. And why don't you come on up here and do this, man? You stay here. You stay here. Stay on your mark. And I'm gonna let India take this, and then you two can work on this.
Okay, great.
Why don't you introduce him and
Yes. Okay. So let's go. Second trumpet, we have John. John is a great trumpet player from.
Hey, everybody.
He's from Long Beach. He and I just met this past year, actually. But he's a great player. He played in drum corps, I believe. Yeah. So drum corps chops, which is always great to have in the band. And yeah, we're so lucky to have him. I'm really glad he's here.
Thankful to be here.
Yeah. So yeah, John. On first trumpet, we have Landon. Landon went to Troy University.
Step up front, okay.
Oh yeah, come here, Landon.
Wait. Let them keep the mic, bro.
Yeah, what the hell?
Cool.
How are you, Landon?
I'm good. How are you?
You want to hold the mic?
Yeah.
Landon is great. He and I first met when we played in the Disneyland All-American College Band in 2019 with Greg.
With the boy Greg.
We'll get to Greg, but yeah, you just did your master's.
I'm in my second year of my master's at USC.
And how'd you get hired?
That was through Disney, through meeting Jason Goldman, and
Right.
Met a lot of connections doing the Disney band. So that's kind of.
And so you're the TA for TJO, right? So you're
not for TJO, but I TA for John Thomas.
But you're like the lead. You're the lead trumpet player in TJO, right?
Yeah, I play lead trumpet in the Thornton Jazz Orchestra at USC.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So from a Trojan to a Trojan.
Yeah, for real. Trojan 2 times.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad to have Landon.
For sure.
He's a great addition to the band. And then on saxophone, I guess I shouldn't turn my back. We have Derek.
Hi.
Derek is magical because we are playing our first gig ever at the Beechwood Market, very so generously sponsored by Doug. And Derek actually appeared out of a hole in the ground and came up from the earth during Chameleon. So we're not sure how he got here, but we're certainly glad he's here.
Thank you so much. I feel like a part of the family, and I really appreciate it.
I've heard that Derek went to Miami.
Yeah, University of Miami.
That's right. And now what made you want to move to LA?
Just the music scene, and family that lives out here.
Yeah.
And,
Because you live in the Birdhouse, right? In Hollywood?
Yeah, the Birdhouse. It's a great non-for-profit in the Hollywood area about planting plants in the soil.
Right. Yeah, I've been to his garden. I took an orange, and I said thank you to the orange tree, and it was the best damn orange I've ever had.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah, sometimes we don't think about where our food comes from, and it's crazy to think about the amount of time that people put into it. And then you just go to the grocery store and you can get it for like $3.
Exactly. When you could just get it for free and then say thank you to the tree, which is like a bonus. Anyways, Derek is great. Derek plays all the saxophones you could ever want. He has a brother who also plays all the saxophones you could ever want, who is subbed in this band, which is like, how much better of a sub could you get than like kind of the same person? Not to say that you're the same person.
Same gene pool.
Exactly. But we're very glad to have Derek. You have your own band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have a duo.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yes. That one's called Dare to Love, DER, the number 2, and then LOV.
Right.
Yeah.
So Derek is great. I love having Derek here, and we're so happy to have him.
Oh, I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you.
And next up, we have... I'll turn my back. Here. You go on this side. Next up, we have Killian. Can we cross the wires? Okay. Killian.
Hello.
I've known him since my freshman year of college. I think Killian was my very first friend in college, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe you were my friend before I was your friend, but...
Okay. Yeah, that tracks.
We joined the marching band together, and Killian was my good friend, my first friend at USC. He plays, it's not a trumpet and it's not a horn, it's a mellophone.
Whoa.
And so you're TAing for the band as well, aren't you now?
I am, yeah.
So-
I'm officially a horn section TA, teaching assistant.
Yeah, Killian and I are TAs. Well, I guess I'm technically not a TA anymore.
Yeah.
But we both work for the band.
Yeah.
What is it like leading a group of learning mellophone players?
Well, seeing as I did that for the last 3 years, because
Right.
I was section leader my entire time at USC. It's basically the same, but I actually have less responsibilities, so it's pretty great.
Oh, what is like the biggest ticket item that you teach your students?
That I teach my students. Well, when it comes to marching band, you want to be heard. That's pretty much the main priority. Technique, sure, but I want to hear you.
Yeah.
So my thing is getting them to use all the air that they possibly can. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, you're not very loud, but I'm blowing really hard. Are you? Think again.
Wow.
So that's what I do.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Thank you, Killian. Well, we are so glad to have Killian, a very uncharacteristic instrument in this genre. I actually don't know of any other brass bands who have mellophones, so one more reason why we're the best. Anyways, thank you, Killian. We are so glad to have you. Now, next up, we have Michael.
Hello.
With our first trombone. Michael, we met at USC.
We did.
But now you also go to Long Beach
I do.
with John.
Me and John are holding it down over in Long Beach.
And so I know we played some of my multi-track stuff, but you do multi-track
Yes,
stuff too, and
do.
you have gone into the very dangerous world of TikTok,
yes.
which is, and I think you've learned. Michael is our marketing guy in Blow.
If you see any Instagram posts on Blow's account, which
It's
by the way
Michael.
is blow.brass.
Yes.
brass
Yes, sir.
Music.
No.
Brass. Blow.brass. I don't even know. I'm a bad marketing guy.
It's okay, but what if you have learned? I think most of your things from TikTok, right?
Yes. Most of it is just luck.
Yeah.
Just post whenever you think you have an idea, and see where it
do
goes. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't, then just try again.
Do you feel like I feel like a lot of people the process like infringes upon their posting stuff? So like is it still as hard as when you started, or have you streamlined it?
Well, the more you post, the more you kind of figure out what exactly you want. Like at the start,
Right.
it was me just kind of posting whatever thought I had in my mind, and you know, I started during. Ooh, I hit the stand. I started posting on TikTok, at the beginning of quarantine when everyone was locked inside and I didn't have as many people to talk with and stuff like that. So TikTok was a great outlet for just all of my thoughts. And then I got one TikTok that somehow got like almost 1 million views, and that was just me playing Star Wars in a parking structure.
I remember that. Yeah. So that was your big, like your break into fame.
That was the one that took me from like 1,000 to 10,000 followers. And then I got like maybe 1 or 2 more videos that are like 1 million, 2 million hits.
And what's your TikTok handle?
TikTok, as all my social media, is M Neufeld Music. My first initial, last name Music. So
and you have a really cool drawing of you on it too, right? Who
one
did
of
that?
one of my TikTok followers actually did that for me.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's probably my most like proud connection on TikTok, I think.
Right, and you've gotten sponsored by hats and stuff before, right?
Yes, someone sent me anime hats, by the way. Anime Taylor on Instagram. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but since we brought it up, yes. Anime Taylor on Instagram has sent me hats of Hinata from Haikyuu and Nezuko from Demon Slayer, characters like that.
Which you can see in your videos.
You can. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we're so happy to have Michael. Michael's a great addition to the band. Let's bring it on to our next trombone, Kenton.
Hello.
Kenton is a fantastic player. I had not even met Kenton before this year. I think you were just recommended to me because you go to USC too.
Yeah, I just started there.
What degree are you starting?
Jazz studies.
Hell
for
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Masters?
With Landon. Yeah,
right?
masters.
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
in TGO with Landon. So.
Yeah. So I had never met Kenton before, and I was recommended to him, and I just said, hey, Kenton, you should come and play in my band because my other trombone player is leaving. And you said yes, and he's a rock star. So, like, what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
Like, you just asked someone to come in, and they fit perfectly. So we're so glad to have you. And you you also went to Miami, right?
Yeah, I'm from this area actually, and then I went to school in Miami at UM for undergrad and just graduated this last spring.
So what is it like coming back right now?
It's nice. The humidity, it's awful. I mean, everybody says it, but it's really like the worst thing.
Are there like bugs? A lot of bugs too.
The mosquito is the state bird. So
no,
there are a lot of the mosquitoes are really bad, and it's a great place, but the weather is annoying.
How would you compare the jazz programs at USC versus Miami right now?
Well, it's still hard to tell because I just started, and right now there are all these COVID precautions, of course, but like the energy is still really great, and the community was great at both. And I think the curriculum here is pretty interesting.
Because you also
US
study with
and,
Vince, right? So you're studying composition.
I'm studying composition with Vince Mendoza, which I'm super excited about.
And you have at least 2 albums out already.
I have one EP out called Beginner's Luck. And my name is Kenton Luck, and so you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube.
You can buy it on Bandcamp.
You can buy it on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Features a lot of different styles, writing for like strings and like some electronic stuff and Afro-Cuban, and just trying to kind of make a portfolio and document where I was coming out of college. And then I just recorded a cordless quartet jazz project, which I'm in the process of editing and mixing and everything.
So you do all the producing and stuff?
No, I've like added sound effects and edited and stuff, but I'm not really the best at mixing and mastering, so I've been working with other people on that.
But you like lead the rehearsals and everything, right?
Yeah.
So
and it's all my music and
well, I hope we can play some of your music coming up soon.
I'm getting to it. It's coming.
Yeah. Anyways, we're so glad to have Kenton, great player, and let's move on to our last member, Greg. I would have a drum roll for you, but you're kind of you're the drum guy. So
What's
Greg,
up, y'all?
I also met Greg when I met Landon because, nice, Derek. We played in the 2019 All-American College Band together, and Greg and I are really good friends because we always stood next to each other in our sets.
Oh, yeah.
All the time, like 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So Greg and I are like soul bonded.
Up here, absolutely.
Yeah. My favorite parts are my best memories of you are when we would play, and then you would look at me with the craziest faces, and I have a really hard time keeping a straight face. So Linda probably like ragged on me a bunch backstage because I was like not playing half some of the sets. But you just moved out here, and you're not going to school. You just came out here.
Yes, just trying to do the thing.
From Indiana, right?
Yeah, I graduated from Indiana University in May of 2020, so not like the past few months, but a year ago.
So what are you doing out here right now?
I'm just trying to do the music thing, trying to get settled. Moving across the country is a lot.
You drove, right?
I did.
Yeah. So how was that?
It was long. A lot of time in my AC broke in the middle of the desert.
Really?
So that I made it though.
Yeah.
Only can go up from here. So I'm just happy to be in LA. Try to get after the music thing. It's a process, but
Greg is a great drummer. He has just come out here. Like nobody in LA knows about him yet because he just came out here of his own volition. So if you're not hip to Greg, you got to get him in there.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Did you stop anywhere cool on your drive over?
I hung out in Denver for a day.
That's cool.
Then I drove through Utah, which was really pretty.
Yeah.
Did not make it to the Grand Canyon, unfortunately. I was going to, but
are you thinking of applying to schools out here, or just kind of see how it goes?
Maybe in due time. We'll see. I don't think I'm quite ready to go back to school, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of time to digest everything from undergrad, but someday for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have you, Greg.
Yes, thank you. Glad
I'm
to be
so
here.
glad to have all of you here. Just such different musicians from such different places, and I'm so grateful for all these people that have come together as well as they have.
Yeah, well, today's a good day, man. So do me a favor, give that to him. Thank you. And you come over here next to me. No, it's okay. Don't worry about that. Anyway, so I hope everybody had an enjoyable time listening to India talk to her guys, because this is the next generation. And I'm really looking forward to it because you guys can play. It's kind of cool. And I think we everything's in good hands for the most part right now.
I think so. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of impressed, we're gonna throw up another one of your videos, if that's okay.
Okay.
Cool. And this one is Queen tune.
I Want to Break Free.
Yes, that one. Yeah. That's one thing that we have in common a lot. I'm a huge Freddie Mercury fan, and I just dig the music, man. So Tech, Sergeant Quinn, can we throw that up right now? So here's a little I Want to Break Free.
I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I've got to break free. God knows I want to break free. I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love for the first time, and this time I know it's for real. I've fallen in love, yeah. God knows I've fallen in love. It's strange, but it's true, yeah. I can't get over the way you love me like you do, but I have to be sure when I walk out that door. Oh, how I want to be free, baby. Oh, how I want to be free. Oh, how I want to break free. But life still goes on. I can't get used to living without you by my side. I don't want to live alone. Hey, God knows, got to make it on my own. So baby, can't you see? I've got to break free. I've got to break free. I wanna break free, yeah. I want to break free.
Kills me every time I hear that chart. It just absolutely kills me every time I hear that.
India, what was your
Yeah, night. By the way, that was Night on Disco Mountain. In case for those of you out there didn't know. Yeah, come here.
Come up here.
Come here. We don't have any traveling music for you. Come on. So there we go. Cool. Yeah. So go ahead.
You have the most eclectic taste in music. Can you give us a little travelogue through your musical world?
So I guess it's probably defined by my interest in vinyl, because I don't really anymore, but going through high school I collected a lot of records.
It just kills me. Because that's all we had. We just had records.
Right. But nearby where I lived, so I'm from New Jersey, and I lived nearby Princeton, which has this record store affectionately known as P-Rex, because of Princeton Record Exchange. And I looked for most of the good stuff, but then they had these dollar bins that were just like the coolest stuff. So I know about that song because I bought a Saturday Night Fever album, or maybe it was my aunt's actually. She lent me a bunch of records too, so it was off of that. But like I have like a synth cover of The Planets by Tomita.
Yeah, Tomita.
Yeah, and that's insane.
I used to have that too.
So I guess a lot of it is defined like my parents too, because my mom was a rock star growing up in Los Angeles, and then my dad was always playing like the Beatles, you know, all like Red Hot Chili Peppers, that kind of stuff. So, you know.
I think, you know, after going through school and everything and being a musician and everything, I think a lot of it is you were brought up in the right area where your ears were opened by good music as opposed to listening to not good music. And
how do you define not good music?
Don't get me started. Just, no, nobody wants to hear that.
I guess
nobody wants to hear that. But I think a lot of that too is in your writing as well, where you've got these sounds in the back of your brain that you're trying to bring out. And I'd kind of like to. It's kind of turned into the India Anderson and Blow show, but I'm just really impressed with what you're doing right now.
Thank you.
One of the things that here, get that to Doug for a second. No, you're good. So one of the things that we talk about a lot as being professionals here in Los Angeles is, especially teachers, is what are you going to do when you graduate? And that's always something that I think sticks in a lot of people's minds, especially in our field, because everybody wants to get an orchestra job. Not. You know, which is an unfortunate thing, to be honest with you. I mean, there should be more orchestras out there. There should be more full-time things going on, but there aren't, and that's the way it is. And so you have to come up and figure out different ways if you want to keep playing. And you and I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've worked at Disneyland as long as I have. Gives me a place to go every day and play jazz. And you fostered that as well as a young man, but, I mean, getting into the recording scene, it becomes even more fun. But we've had this discussion before, and that's and what do you do? What do you do? And now a lot of people out there are going for education stuff, and I get that. But how many tuba teachers do we really need?
Well, maybe we just don't have enough students, John.
Now see that's that's why you're my co-host, because he always puts a positive spin on stuff. Well, the reason why I brought it up is because you decided to go and work for the USC band now that you've graduated for this semester, especially with the marching band after your association, and because India writes well, they decided that they were going to let her write one of the shows for last night. Yeah. I
want to say I didn't decide to go work for the band. I did work with Jake for a long time, and I'm really gracious that they offered me the position. And it's not even a position, you know. I just kind of do tunes, and if they like them, they put them in. So it's like, you know, I didn't really choose to go do it. It was kind of just like it just kind of led there, and it's mostly just because I'm grateful that Jake has let me have this opportunity.
And that's the right thing to say, man. So hey, let's check her stuff out right now with the USC band. Can we throw that up, Quinn?
Montero. This summer, the world-famous USC drumline was featured on Olivia Rodrigo's music video, Sour Plum. Here is our arrangement of her #1 Billboard hit, Good For You. the University of Southern California Trojan Marching Band.
So we're back. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Like I said, people up here have got some promising futures coming up, man.
It's great. John, what's this thing on your shoulder?
Well, this is a sousaphone.
I just learned that the first one was produced in 1908 by the Con Company.
That's correct. And this is a Con 22K because I learned a long time ago, a very good friend of mine who used to work at the park played a brass one forever and had to have spinal fusion because of it.
Yeah.
So I got into this one. This is a 1969 22K that I had my good friend, and you've seen him here playing Jimmy Ford do a drum finish on it. And one of the reasons why they really like me at the park is because this is the Mardi Gras Sparkle sousaphone that I play in New Orleans. See, check me out. Yeah. So, but this horn plays really well. I fixed all the stuff pitch-wise on it, so I've been just having fun with it. And go ahead. Go ahead.
What I wanted to mention was that you and India are playing the same mouthpiece.
Yes, we are. I would like to really, really thank our good friend, Mr. Robert Tucci, and from Tucci Mouthpieces. And this is the new SP4 that I am really, really digging.
Great.
I can kind of flatten the room with it, or I can play really soft, or I can do a bunch of stuff on it. And India, what do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it really straightens some stuff out.
Bob is a genius as far as mouthpieces, and he designed a line of mouthpieces specifically for the sousaphone. I don't think that had been done before.
No, it hasn't, and some have tried so they can cross. I'm, as you know, I'm one of those guys where I think the mouthpiece fits the horn, and then the rest is on you.
Yeah.
So when you find that right combination, you should stick with it and then figure it out, because it's all about us contorting and making things right.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to thank India for your time and everything, and especially the guys in Blow. I'd like to thank them for their time today, for being on our show. Doug?
I'm just so impressed, and I can't wait to hear Blow with the special guest artist, John Noreko.
Yeah, the guys, India's been cool and let me sit in on this last tune. We're going to be back again next week. Is it going to be the Quintet show?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to, you got to set that up right now, man, because this is awesome.
Well, I've been playing with this brass quintet for about 30 years, and the personnel has sort of changed now and then, but the aesthetic has not. And they agreed to come down next Sunday, and we're going to have a the name of the group is Modern Brass. We're going to have a Modern Brass reunion. My dear friend Marisa Benedict is going to be in town after she just took a job at the University of Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And we're going to put the group together right here on the stage and play some tunes next week.
Which I am so looking forward to, man. Top caliber wow players next week. So everybody check that out. So we're going to take you out with one of the first tunes I ever learned on tuba, which is become a brass band staple. And here's a little Herbie Hancock's Chameleon.
London.